8167.
Can't do it. You can't do it.
329.
Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Ask Mathis. I'm your host, Reginald Mathis, and rocking with me is my brother, Wildman Teddy T, a.k.a. Baron Theo Mound-builder.
In the house, what's up, everybody?
Chillin', man. We was out dispensing justice last week, man. Folks like Teddy T. Mm-hmm. So, good to have you back. But, you know, me and my step doctor held it down. Not a step doctor. It's sweet, but we got the young step.
Future.
The future.
Future in the building.
The future in the building, man. So, checking out my man's future, bro. Florida man sentenced for being married to 3 women at the same time. Speaking of future, I got 3 at the same time. At the same time.
Yeah.
I got 3 wives at home at the same time. What was it, bro? You know, are those eyes real? It's the eyes that made him feel like he can get an extra couple.
You know, some people, they just live in their own world until they can't. That's what I see.
And he would get married in different counties so that the wedding certificates, the licenses wouldn't be readily available. So, man, seemed like he probably would have just turned himself in, man.
Right.
He probably was tired. He was like, man, I'm tired.
I mean, how much time can you really get for that?
A little bit of time, but not a lot of time. You know, it's one of those crimes like prostitution. You know, like what's really the penalty? Like, who did you wrong?
Right.
You wronged yourself.
Yourself.
You know, so doing this,
System.
you know, did he? Did he? I mean,
He took advantage. He took advantage of having, he's not in Utah, for Christ's sake.
yeah, man, that he did. But so, I mean, that's crazy. He could say like, you know, he was in a polyamorous relationship and he just took it that extra step.
I mean, it's just the marriage part, because you got to go get registered and you become state, you know.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, he actually did what a lot of folks won't do. They're like, man, who needs that piece of paper?
Right.
Marriage ain't nothing but a piece of paper. Buddy, like, I'm all in. Each time, it was like...
We got to think, did the women have property on the other side? Like, what was the motive? Maybe that's what we don't really know. Maybe because he was maybe getting some money.
Oh, man. To me, he looked like he was in it for love.
Hey, baby, love you. I love you, baby.
He like he was in it for the love. You know, it's like, hey, if we're going to be doing this, you know, because in order to pull that off, you got to be like, I'm a truck driver, I'm a traveling musician.
Merchant.
Yeah.
You got to be a merchant. Something in and out.
You know, something where it's not going to raise too much suspicion when you are, you know, you just ghosted. You coming in with groceries and, you know, I didn't see about the kids, man, but hey, you know, we'll see. Who does he choose? Who does he love? Because I guess under the law, you go back to your first wife and then the other 2.
Come side chick.
Yeah, you said it.
That's what's been accepted now.
You said it. So congratulations to Sterling Sharp, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, getting into the NFL, and I would say in large part due to, I would say his brother.
Definitely.
I say in large part due to his brother and the platform that his brother has been on for the last 10 plus years, extolling the virtues of his brother about, I was the second best in my house, but I'm the one in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
You kind of saying that after you done took them people jacket and done had your head embossed and all that, and you saying, "Hey, I'm just a second, best sharp player."
So Sterling played running back, right?
Nah, he played tight end.
Like tight end?
He was tight end, man.
Green Bay?
He for Green
Okay,
Bay.
I remember Green Bay.
Yeah, he was that Brett Favre Tiger.
Right.
He was really like the best tight end in the league right at the time that Dallas, Troy Aikman was, doing their thing. You know what I mean? Like in the league at that particular time.
93.
Yeah, he was, big in the time with.
I remember his name.
No, he was a bad boy.
Yeah,
He was a bad boy because he was a tight end. But when Sterling came in, who was bigger than him and appeared to be faster than him, playing that position, it's like the same, kind of like it moved on. Like we on Shannon now.
We got Shannon now.
Yeah,
Like the man is sort of like
yeah.
the man is.
Yeah, because he was, because Sterling, bro, he was the man. Like, he really was the man. But that injury, that stinger, in the neck, folks just be like, a neck injury, man. So congratulations to him, man. It seems like, the boy lost his job with ESPN at the same time. That was going on.
He really won.
How soon, Ted?
Because remember, he started his show. He already had his
Club
show.
Shay Shay?
Right.
So you said he'd rather be on Club Shay Shay
Think about it.
than
He was
than
able
ESPN
to
with
get
Stephen
that.
A. Smith and all that.
He was able to get that and still make millions of dollars for 2 years at ESPN. And now he can still go back to Shay Shay and he still got that high
I think only you can see the bright side of his situation because that is you. That is you. You are that where you feel like, oh man, Power 96, Power 96, whatever. I'm gonna go out and get it off the bus. You know what I mean? But like that platform, that ESPN platform, the ability to give $100 million contracts like to Stephen A. Smith, not to mention all the other programs they have and all the other people they got going on, bro. Like, it's gonna take lots of sponsors and hopefully it works out for him. Because he got 20 some odd $1 million he need to pay.
Right, because his show he still got a popular show, like when him and his brother just went on. That was a good show. You know what I'm saying? So his show now he's getting all the money. He's getting everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he's coming from the high profile of ESPN.
I hear you, brother.
Now he can do all this little freaky stuff.
I hear you. Okay, so you think Joy Reid landed on her feet? You think Don Lemon landed on his feet? Going from CNN and MSNBC to the internet?
Think about it, because this guy, like you say, he couldn't speak anyway. So the chance of him going to ESPN was a chance of a lifetime, and he got 2 years.
That's the point. It was a chance of a lifetime. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like you Paul Pierce, where you decide, you rolling with the chicks and you all in Vegas and you all, doing whatever. You think he getting checks like he was getting on broadcast checks?
Because he's not doing the show.
He is doing he doing every podcast. He doing every. See.
Paul Pierce. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel you, but I'm saying, bro, don't take those.
I mean, it's still the same.
Large platforms for granted.
No, I know.
Is my point.
Right,
When you on that platform, bro, you eat as long as you can. It's like my homie played 15 years in the league, and we was good friends probably for the last, say, 6 or 7 years that he was in the league. And, Buddy did what he needed to do, but Buddy knew he was just trying to. Every July, if he was on the roster, a couple M's just go to his account at midnight. Just
boom,
you're on the roster.
Right.
You know what I mean? And oftentimes we be riding. You know what I mean? And we like, Reg, what time is it? I was like, man, it's 1:13. You like, all right, let's turn around, let's go.
To this spot.
Let's go to this spot. Let's go, let's go to that spot. It just, it just kicked in. So at a certain point, I remember hanging out. Man, and he was just coming off an injury. He was like playing for another team. He wasn't in Miami no more. Playing for another team when they came to play the Heat. And he was coming off an injury. He was like, yeah, man, I don't expect to play. That's what Van Gundy was the coach. Van Gundy was the coach. So we went to the game. It was like a day game. So me and my homeboy, we in the audience, and we like, man, we didn't drop him off till like 5 a.m. We dropped him off like 5 a.m. Bro, he was like, nah, it's good. I ain't playing because I'm just coming off an injury. Well, we up there, man. First quarter, they're like, ah, and he jumped up and ran in there. Did his thing. It was like, rote memory. Like once you in there, that muscle memory, you just getting in there, you doing what you need to do. But Buddy was like, bro, I'm staying up in here as long as I can. As long as I can, bro. Give me Udonis Haslem all day. Let me stay in 20 years. Let me stay in 20 years. I'm the unofficial coach.
Man.
Bruh, and you still got to get the league minimum and all that. Bruh, please. Man, you never going to find that again. So, to the Sharp boys, man, a happy time. But they giving them the business, man. They giving your boy the business. Because, basically saying that, he didn't pay for it. Like, folks is just being super petty. Like, he didn't pay for his daughter's wedding. He tell his own kids to be the last one. I better be the last one y'all come to, in a bind, stuff like that. And now, the fact that he got, caught up by a young white chick, they like, man, that's game 101. That's game 101 that you failed. Which a lot of people say, there you go. When you hear his story, he tell you, man, they come from like an outhouse, not having running water and all that stuff in the bottom of Georgia somewhere, wherever they were. So if you've ever been down there, bro, I've been down there. My roommate, freshman year in college, bro, was from a place called Sparks, which is in Lowndes County. Where I was getting ready to say, Valdosta is the you know what I mean? That's the Miami, for there. You get down to Valdosta for, special occasions. You go to Valdosta special occasions. Like, you got Lowndes County and Sparks, man. And, I understand. Yeah, how that be our word of the day? Rural. Rural. Everybody know everybody. Everybody know everybody. It's like one light, you got blocks and blocks and blocks of collard greens.
One bank, one grocery store.
A Piggly Wiggly. A Piggly Wiggly. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, but that small town living, man, where you basically told, like, you got to call these people. You don't even, like, bro, why you calling these people mister? Yeah, that's how we was raised. So, okay, you're probably still getting patted on the head. Oh, man, that boy, he like my daddy. He like my daddy. He like my daddy. And you come in there and everything, you see, bro. And in this world, man, this mixed up world that we living in right now, you can definitely see where folks are, it's easy to get caught up in keeping up with the Joneses, or the grass is green on the other side. It's like, oh man, I went over there to Buffy's house, my teammate, and it's like, come over here, and like The Blind Side. Remember how everybody was caught up in The Blind Side? To my, oh man, I wish I would got adopted by a nice white family. Come over there, and then what do we see after the movie? Michael Orr suing. Talk about, man, these folks took all my rights. I ain't get nothing from the movie. Like, none of that stuff. But, I learned at 9 years old, man, when folks in the neighborhood, we out there playing, And my man gets into it, who lived on the block. We's the only two black families on the block. My man get into it with the guy who way older than us, but we played together, every day. We're out there playing, and his mom comes out to, get involved or whatever, and then she called my man the N-word. I'm like, right there. I'm 9 years old. I'm looking like, whoa. And then so I guess she caught herself, figured out what she did, and then she looked at me and she was like, he's a N-word, you're black. Man, I said to myself, until you get mad at me, or when you go back inside and you talking to your husband about he ain't no good and all that, man. So, we'll let you go, man. So the folks in Texas, man, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the Texas legislators right now. So
Democrats.
You gotta love 47, bro.
Last stand.
You gotta love 47 right now, bro. And I tell you why. Bro, I ain't letting nobody rest. He like, I sleep when I die. Versus, look at the last 4 years. Sleepy Joe is falling asleep on TV.
They knew what they were doing. Everybody doing all kind of stuff behind his back.
And then Buddy come with the robo pen. Then somebody, I want to investigate that. Who been signing for him? He projecting. Because anyway.
What about him firing? The job report comes out Friday. Then he fires the lady the next day.
Didn't we see it in the movie The Wiz? We saw it in the movie The Wiz. Remember the scene with the witch, and there was this coming in there. Don't nobody bring me no bad news, no bad news, no bad news. Don't nobody bring me no bad news. And they came in there and gave her the bad report, and she like put him in the cauldron, like like don't bring no bad news.
That's what she said.
So your boy with Trump now, he's like, look, he already mad at Jerome Powell. He already, buddy, I've never seen grown senior elder statesmen talking about another grown elder statesman who's the head of the Federal Reserve, the head of the Fed, Jerome Powell. Very distinguished man. Man got his own stuff. And Buddy's openly out bullying him and punking him. Like this, he done gave him a nickname and all, bruh. Man, bruh, Teddy, imagine that, man. See, Lauderdale and Pompano, we can't imagine that. Pork and Beans can't imagine that. Naranji can't imagine that. Murder Gardens can't imagine that. They can't imagine, like, Buddy out there telling, you the ops now. You the ops. You around there. You done nicknamed this man like Too Slow Powell, Too Late Powell, Too Late. This guy, what a joke.
All credibility out the window.
What a joke. This guy's a disaster. It's like he done got the whole country, almost the whole world desensitized. This guy's a disaster. He's a joke. What's he talking about? Now they come up with it. They done adjust it. They've been adjusting jobs reports forever. They've been adjusting them up and down forever. That's what they do. As long as they've been doing it, that's how they've been doing it. So this lady come out, she's a statistician. The definition of a person that just
numbers.
The numbers.
Numbers
like
don't lie.
Numbers. Like here are the numbers. Here are the numbers. Here are the sectors. Manufacturing.
Straight numbers, no stories, no narratives, straight numbers.
Here's the health industry. It's the numbers. Where you hit them? You're holding back. You're out of here. You're fired. You're fired. You're done. So he done got rid of the lady. But he really really wants to get rid of Powell. But Powell, his term is almost up. and you're not really supposed to get rid of anybody like that that's independent. You know, it's just showing that, well, we're seeing in real time this whole thing is a joke. There is no separation of powers. That was something that was told to us in school. That was something that was indoctrinated into us with Schoolhouse Rock, you know, and all that stuff. Because we seeing in real time. Buddy wake up and he's like, man, these midterms coming up and everybody's talking about how my numbers are going down and all this other stuff. And I know it's Stephen Miller, who is Gazoo. I don't know if you remember Gazoo from the Flintstones. Stephen Miller is Gazoo. So he's just sitting there, hey, dum-dum. He coming, hey, dum-dum. He's like, Gazoo, what's going on? Like, what's happening, man? These folks are telling me I'm going to get killed in 2026, man, in the midterms. He's like, hey, dum-dum, have you ever thought about going to the red states and redistricting? Oh, man, come on. They would never let me do that, man. The census is not for another 5 years. I can't. Says who, dum-dum? Well, what are you saying? Get it? Call Hot Wheels. Call Hot Wheels. You know Hot Wheels been wanting to do a favor for you. Call Hot Wheels.
Right in the game.
Hey, Hot Wheels. Hey, Mr. President, how you doing down there, boy? You know, the border's closed down here, and ain't nobody really talking about Texas so much except for these damn storms. I got to get some. Hey, you know how we turn the page on this, Hot Wheels? How do we turn the page, Mr. President? How about we go ahead and redraw your districts? How about we go ahead and... Because you know what? That Jasmine Crockett chick, you know, she just burns my ass. She burns my ass. And somebody told me, you Hot Wheels, old Governor Abbott, boy, they told me, boy, you make magic happen, boy. They call you Professor X, dog. You Professor X in that chair, boy. You just hitting buttons and numbers and all kind of stuff happening. He's like, oh, man, who told you that, dog? He's like, hey, man, when I came down there for the disaster relief, boy, and I saw you, boy, doing your thing. Boy, you had them people carrying you, flying you up. You got a hovercraft on your chair and all that. Man, I might get in the chair. This is just how to do it like you. It's like, man, you're flattering to get you everywhere, Mr. President. He's like, man, we used to go in there and want you just get your people to, you know what I mean? He's like, yeah, okay. So let me call my Attorney General, Paxson, who, you know, survived a impeachment. You know, hey, how you feel about that? I love it. I love it. I'm trying to get, you know, recognized more. I'm running for Senate now. Yeah, sounds good to me, buddy. Sounds good to me. So it was a few years ago that the Democrats in Texas pulled the same thing, and they fled. Now the issue is they done fled to Illinois and New York, where gerrymandering is like, you know, it's what we do. So it's like, okay, Democrats normally have the high moral ground. But now they basically like, we got to fight fire with fire. So you still got those who like, you just, you know, like, what are we going to do? We're going to have to come back. We're just going to call another session and we're going to, what's the use? And folks are just like, man, anything can happen. That's what they are right now. They're just like, man, anything can happen in 30 days. They're like, 30 days, anything can happen. So ain't going to be no gerrymandering today.
Not today.
They was giving a 3 o'clock yesterday, and they wasn't there. They was giving press conferences. Now they got warrants out.
Didn't we do it last year? Didn't the governor do it in Florida last year?
No.
He didn't change the he was trying to go in there. I thought he was trying to do it too.
No, not with the congressional, not the congressional district, because the legislature.
He was just doing the voting.
Right, he was on that. Yeah, he's on the vote. Yeah, he's on the voting. Because see, typically, you know, you go and redraw after a census. You know, after the census, you go in, you get the numbers. Yeah, and to see, because numbers go up and down in Congress.
Neighborhoods go down and people go
Yeah,
up.
I mean for the country.
Yeah.
After the census, and you go in there, and then the legislature changes. Like, Florida may gain seats, lose seats, depending on what it is. So Texas, man, they trying to get 5. They trying to get 5, man. To say, your boy, like, man, I need going in 2026. I'm gonna make sure I need my people. I need my people. Because we ain't gonna be able to get this stuff done. Remember, every president in the first term, you're given one major piece of legislation. And that one major piece of legislation is going to drive the rest of your presidency. Either people are going to be racing to have it implemented, like Obamacare. Think about Obama. That first year, it's just like this race to get it implemented. What happened in the midterms after Obamacare was passed? They got slaughtered. They got slaughtered. And then by the time, he got reelected, Obamacare, got a chance to have some legs. But I think they tried to repeal Obamacare like 50 times, like some crazy number of times to totally get rid of it. So Trump, there hasn't been really any, I guess you could say, the big beautiful bill.
Yeah, that's it. Legislation.
The big beautiful bill, which is the big beautiful bill, which is taking $15 million off of Medicaid, eliminating a lot of the SNAP program, a lot of the stuff, man. But to his credit, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime. So he, that's the thing that he got to try to. But everything else that they've done is not. It's by executive fiat. It's through executive assignment. That's not. As soon as the next president comes in, especially if it's a Democrat, they just wipe that out like it never happened. Like it never happened. So, we'll see, as it comes to that, man. So, bro, why is Dez Bryant beefing with Nicki Minaj? I don't understand. Like, what's the whole Rockefeller? What's the whole Rockefeller connection? Because Dez Bryant was signed to Rock Sports. Well, he was. He was signed to. He was signed to Rock Sports, and I guess. Oh yeah, okay, I get it. I just did it right now. Nicki Minaj is mad at Jay-Z because of Lil Wayne and being denied in the Super Bowl. But you want to go after Jay-Z, bro? Tell me the last time, prior to Jay-Z taking over the Super Bowl, that we had back to back performers that we know. You know what I'm saying? And I'm including J-Lo and what's her name? Sierra, not Sierra, but the lady from Brazil that got convicted. That be doing all the, doing the Shakira. Yeah, I wasn't mad. You know what I mean? Yeah, I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad. J-Lo and Shakira running around shaking it. I wasn't mad. But, do I want to see Coldplay? Coldplay is a huge group. Rolling Stones is a huge group. But is that who I want to see right now? That's you feel me? So wait your turn, man. New Orleans gonna have another Super Bowl. They're gonna have another Super Bowl. And make Super Bowl is not local. It's not local. J-Lo and Shakira, they ain't neither one of them from Miami. So why does it mean? Folks is like, should have had Ross, Flo, and Pitbull. Man, bro, you get what you get. Is what it is, man. Like, I don't know anybody that's a sports fan that's not gonna watch the Super Bowl. That's a sports fan. So the halftime show is for the other people who would not ordinarily normally watch football
Let's keep the stage
like that.
champion.
You know, it's for the party or whatever, and it's the prop bets and all the other stuff. You know, that's going on with it, man. But Nikki, bro, she tripping. She challenged Dez Bryant to my. She got 10 million for him if he come cash. If he come and fight her husband.
You know, that's what you got a husband like that for. That's what she got him for.
Titty. Bro, you know when I saw that, I was like, that totally fits the demographic.
Yeah, sick of it.
That's totally fits the demographic. When you have a woman of means, a woman with some type of power or something like that, and she feels like she can make boss moves like a man, chances are they go and get, somebody that's just gonna run through a wall for them. Right?
You don't have to.
You feel me? Like, you're gonna have to cash some checks one day because she got bodies. Like going back, trying to get on in Atlanta. She got bodies, and it just happened. I'm looking right behind you. I'm looking at one of the bodies, but I'm not gonna participate in that. This ain't that type of show. But I'm saying, you see him right there, and trying to get on, and then who she got on with, and all that, man. And I think that at one point, I think she was like, just a woman who want what most women want. Just want somebody to care about them and do whatever. But it's very, very difficult, to maintain a relationship with a celebrity. It's very difficult on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
It's extremely difficult. My new show right now is King's Court.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you done checked it out,
Mm-hmm.
right? With Titus, Titus my dog.
Right.
So you got Titus, the WWE wrestler, Titus O'Neil, real name Thaddeus Bullock, played football for the University of Florida, and Titus in the WWE, great brother, man, does some great things in Tampa, and every time we close to Tampa or Orlando or whatever, he always come to the shows and just show mad love. So he on the show with Carlos Boozer. Carlos Boozer, formerly of Duke and not University, but played for Miami and some other team, won the championship with Miami. And Tyson Beckford, bro. Tyson Beckford my favorite on the show. Because he don't even play with them. Like, he know what they looking for. He knows, like, what audiences are looking for. And he's like, I'm embracing it. So he's the bad guy. Tyson is the bad guy. Because Tyson don't know how to say no. He don't really want to say no. And he's just like, I'm really here for the check and the exposure. I'm really here for the check and the exposure. Let the people see me in a new light. Let them know, hear all the things that I'm doing. And that's every time you see him, that's what he's doing. He talking about, when did you know he was like, a rapper, break dancer, actor, model. He just be in there with just every time you see him, like, he dropping like a project. Right? He dropping like whatever his project is and whatnot. And whoever the lady is, bro, he just move and slide with her like that's what we on. Like, oh, it's like somebody passing around hors d'oeuvres. We're walking around. It's like, what is that? Oh, a little filet. Okay, I have that. There's somebody coming back with, well, what is that? A crab cake? Okay, I have that. He ain't even pretending, trying to get up with nobody, right? And then when they bring in new recruits to see if you can push off somebody else, he quit. He jumped it in. Let me see what y'all got going on. Like, he not even playing with him. He not even like Carlos. He been wiped up from the first 5 minutes of the show. He been wiped up until yesterday. Until they just bought this. They bought this new chick who Tyson wanted to. Tyson chose her to, because they had a matchmaker they had a matchmaker who like was like, boom, this y'all last one, and she said she has like an 86% success rate. So she brings in like a doctor, black doctor for Titus. Titus, boom, he clingy, he boom, he jumped on her. But then the first lady like comes in, it's like Asian. She's like mixed with a lot of stuff, but Asian man one of us. And Tyson's like, he just jumped on, he pounced, bro. He pounced on her. And I was like, oh, you got this or whatever. She's like, yeah, Filipino and some other stuff. He's like, oh yeah, I'm Jamaican and da-da-da. And he named a bunch of Chinese and a bunch of stuff that he says that he is, man. And, you know, he's like, you're tatted up, I'm tatted up, or whatever. So you have to pick. If you, like, chose the person that you was matched up with beforehand, right, then they were safe from elimination for that night. So he was like, yo, I'm all in. I bet the house on this babe right here. And like, nah, that's not that's not your perfect match. That's not your perfect match. That ended up being Carlos Boozer's perfect match because they you know, he's from Alaska. I think she had stayed in Alaska. She live in Miami now. He live in Miami. And they go to the same church sometimes, the VU church. So I had all that stuff in common. But she was like, she was ready to go with Tyson. Because he was, you know, she's ready to go with Tyson. But Tyson had a list, man. Like eight trying to, you know, he just went out there and put it on the, he just put it on the refrigerator. He's like, you know what? Because I guess he was probably in his feelings because the last lady that he eliminated was mad at him. Saying like, man, you out for the, you know, you ain't real. You ain't G. You ain't real. You just here playing. Like, put it out there on him like, man, you here playing. And so he was just like, yeah, he had to come back. So what he did, he was like, okay, yeah, I guess, you know, I've been challenged. I take this a little more seriously or whatever. So he comes out with a sheet of paper and put the appointments. Like, who want the appointments? And so he did it for like half a day. He did it for like half a day. And chicks is just like, we in live for Tyson. We in live for Tyson. But that's my new show, bro. That's my new show. And I've been watching your show, BMF, man, which I meant to ask you about Lala. Lala in that bathroom scene, that tub. Like, that's a BBL, right?
Yeah, I think she got a little something.
I mean, that's a BBL, and it did not look bad, at least from that perspective.
It had the heart shape. It had the
like, you know, it did not look like them ants. Is that what? Yeah, the ants where they got the little legs and then the little big butt. And then, and then like a lump, like a bumblebee, butt.
That's the new investment now. You invest in the BBL and you get a percentage of the payment. If it's an actress or a dancer. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You get a percentage of what they make because you added on the feature. You get you 3 BBLs out there working the club. Pay a couple mortgages and investments.
Yeah, but who do you think, you know, with this poetic license that they have for these scripts, who told them, or why would they have his mom, like, running the church with being a thief? Like, is that documented somewhere? Like, bro, that's crazy. Yeah, like, who would allow that, bro? That's what I'm saying. Like, you, like, with the storyline, hey, man, we're going to have a storyline of your mom is stealing and being a preacher. Like, was she a preacher in real life?
I don't think so. I just think like she wasn't stealing. They were just saying that they know her son sell drugs, and that she got the money from her son. That's what they're insinuating.
But she did.
I know,
but I'm saying for them to write it in the script, bro. Like, you don't just come in there and be like, okay, you know, here's your lovely mom and whatever, and oh, don't pay it no mind. You know, it's Hollywood. We need to have something. You know what I mean? So, bro, to have her with a with a dildo, they got her with a dildo. They got her as a preacher, and they got her stealing, bro. I'm like, bro, that's a lot. That's a lot not to be. That's a lot not to be documented. That's what I'm saying, bro. There got to be a story or something somewhere. Like, yo, bro, that's my mama. Like, I'm still alive. My son's still alive, bro. That's my mom. That you saying like we doing all this. Mom is stealing. Mom is doing all this stuff right here. Like, that's a lot. That's a lot. For entertainment, that's.
Say,
wow,
that's Hollywood. It's just a lot of things because, like, you know, with the story itself, you know, a lot of things that you're not knowing. You know, like their sister Nicole, she's one of the associate producers. She's one of the producers of the show. You know what I mean? And you see what she's going through on there. You know, her mother fighting. They don't really get along. You know, and that's a whole nother thing. It's like her mom, the mother played such a mother role, and then she just. When she got the opportunity to come out to be the preacher the first time, that's when she started coming out of character. And then it was like, once the money started getting slow, that's when she got desperate. So when she saw...
So how was she making money before? What was she doing?
She was just a housewife. And
oh, you saying that from him being the musician on the road, yeah, so she was living like that.
Since
because I didn't see the earlier episode.
So he became a musician later. Like before, he was just working. But they was always poor. That's why they started selling drugs. That's why Meeks left to start selling drugs. Because that was that poor. You know what I'm saying? So then it was like when she got the opportunity to be, she was such a servant of the church that they gave her the opportunity to be the preacher. And then at the same time, he went on tour. But then that's when they split up because that's when she went and got with the other guy.
She got with another guy on the show too?
Yes.
So I missed
high school. It was a person from back in the days that she was with. She chose the man she was with now over this guy. He's a doctor. He got a great job. You know what I'm saying? Where she's been struggling with the father now. You know, so that's where it got to the point where he had to leave. Like she couldn't even get food stamps because he was in the house.
Yeah, I saw that part. I saw that part.
She, to me, she was desperate. It's her. You know, it's her child that gave the money to her child. You know, she's like, you ain't paid, like she said, you ain't never paid no bills.
That was the closest thing to a confession that you probably gonna be getting from a black female or from a woman. Period. You know, a confession. Like, you see the money that somebody told me that somebody did groceries. And she's like, you see groceries, yeah, I better be thankful. Yeah, see groceries, because you ain't do nothing. Nothing. So, man, Boosie, bro. Boosie can't stay out of well, I ain't going to say can't stay out of trouble, but, you know, Boosie just put out there that he about to go sit down.
Oh, man.
For look like 10 to as much as 70 months based on, you know, what happened out in California, San Diego. Well, I thought the defense was it was a rubber gun or something like that. Well, you know, he basically said, man, to avoid these 15 years, you know, go sit down for.
Maybe he's got Soldier Boy too.
Sunday, L.A. Bruh, if you out.
And Ross, they supposedly Ross just signed. They said Ross signed Bow Wow and Soldier Boy. I seen that on Facebook. I haven't seen it no place else, but I saw it on Facebook.
Mm.
Like, wow.
Man, that's nutty. That's nutty. So to these folks in Russia, your man Putin, you know, they like, y'all playing with us. That's what y'all on there. Yeah, they like, okay, y'all playing with us. We take those threats, you know, seriously. So We out here with the Chinese battle cruisers out here. Somebody, y'all send a nuclear what? Y'all repositioning nuclear? Oh, y'all playing with nuclear? That's what we doing? All right. Okay. But it's like, how many more levels can they go? And what I mean by that is we see that Ukraine is giving them all they can handle. Is it that they are only giving so much and they got to hold back because they feel like, America is waiting to see if we vulnerable. So if we get vulnerable, they want to come in, or is your boy, why is he making the same assessment that he made with Israel going into Iran? Basically like, yeah, man, Israel is like, man, now's the time. Now's the time, man. Get them right now. Now's the time. Now's the time. And Trump said, okay, go ahead and go. Go ahead and go. Why would they make that determination over there? Like, what is it? It just, the capability is just too much. You can't stop them all. They got so many, and they got them in so many different places that you just can't stop them all. So it's crazy, man.
See our involvement, it's like you said, NATO paid for the weapons, and NATO should be.
Give him credit now. Give him credit. Give him credit. He done got them folks to go up 5%. Yeah. Said they wasn't even paying they 2%, right. And he got them to go up 5%. So, get a man credit. Get a man credit, and he invited Saquon Barkley onto this new, whatever this new board he got. Triple H. He got Triple H on there and Lars Taylor. Lars Taylor on the board. Saquon said, "No, I'm good. I got so much backlash when we went to the White House, and I'm rolling around with my, white babies and my white baby. So you know what? Just let me fall back on that if you can understand. Let me fall back on that. But you boy Taylor's so honest. He said, man, I don't know why he asked. Taylor said, man, I don't know why he asked me. Because he probably looking at his Rolodex like, what black people still talking to me? what black people still talking to me? He's like, Kodak is popular, but he's like, nobody listen to Kodak anymore. Let's I don't know about Kodak. Kanye, no. Kanye, no Kanye. Puff, I got a partner for you to do that. Nobody, no. Let's see, LT? Call LT. Hey, LT! Hey, who's this? It's Donnie! And LT don't care nothing about no president. He's like, it's Donnie! It's Donnie! He's like, hey. And then they probably reminiscing about the last time they hung out. The golf carts probably at Mar-a-Lago, because LT down here all the time. He probably up at Mar-a-Lago all the time. He's like, yo, man, and they out there on the links. And he's like, if I ask you for something, he's like, we're friends, right? LT, we're friends. Yeah, man, we're friends. Why? What's up? You know black people, don't you? What is it? What do you want me to do? What do you want? We're just asking. Like, but he didn't ask him the question. Do black people still like you? That's the question. Do black people still like LT? Like OJ? Like the people when OJ moved to Florida, right, to South Florida, people like OJ. That hung out with OJ and he out there. It's a lot of fun.
The old Tootsies on 199th, that was the spot. Man, the Giants to run from him there, boy.
So it's like,
really
and they was digging, but from a national level, whatever, it was like, they're not really messing with him. And then LT, they're like, bro, LT, you are listed as a partial sexual offender for like one of these cases somewhere, whatever. He's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You know, if need be, you know, we'll take care of all that. And that's probably what, you know, that would have been the advice I would have given him. If he had come to me with that, and if his case was in Florida, I'd be like, you know, I got this thing right here. You know, I can't really be like in the school. I can't really be in the schools like that.
Like that. Be outside.
I can't really be in the schools like that. You feel me? And he was like, hey man, I know your governor here. You know Santa, I'm a dog. I can call him and say, hey man, I got LTs. Yeah, I need you to whatever. Like, look what he did for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do it for you. He was like, okay, I'm with you, man. I just told you can do his ass. All you gotta do his ass, man. Yeah, all you gotta do is ass. Shout out to man Jeezy, man, and his tour, bro. You talking about? He had a show in Baltimore. He had a show in Baltimore, and there were no planes available, bro. The Uber driver drove him 10 hours to get to the show, but he brought him on stage, you know, and thanked him and whatnot, man. So
he got his daughter. He got full custody of his daughter.
I saw that on the internet, but I remember seeing that before on the internet, and then she came back saying like that's absolutely not true. But I saw that, so I saw that recently, like a week ago. No, that's what I'm saying. I just saw it. Yeah, I just saw it, but I wanna wait for a mainstream to do it now, bro, because you know it's a whole site now. It's called where they purposely give you like fake news, you know, which lets you know what kind of world we living in, man. But I have been experimenting, Teddy. I will admit, I have been experimenting with the AI. I've been experimenting with the AI on the photos.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's the first step. That's the first step. Cause I went to a wedding. Shout out to Terry Scott, man. You know, my homeboy, man. One of my red light, green light partners from the know. He retired from 30 years as a cop, and you know now he doing this, doing this thing. Just married a Jamaican lady. His first wife, man, unfortunately passed away some years ago. So you know, just married a Jamaican lady, which is interesting. You know what I mean? Like it was live. Like the big jump was live. So we took, a lot of photos, and some of the photos that I saw, have me in certain ways that's not that flattering. So when I go in there, I was like, let me see what this is right here. And it says remove, add, change. And in the little box, you can put what you want. I said, hey. I said, hey, hey. Like I said, man, I went in there. I was like, let me see what this thing about. So it's funny if you look at, I only do it on the stories. You look at the stories, you'll see.
I think I seen it on Facebook, but I didn't look at it like that. But I seen it on Facebook.
Yeah, it's gonna be subtle. It ain't gonna be whatever, but it's like, hey, why not? I would say that's the equivalent of the ladies with the filters.
Oh, yeah.
I be rocking with the filters all the time. Like, man, hey, you know what? Let me put it on here. Right. You know what I mean? You want to see art. I mean, I do it for art. Like for me, it sets the mood for my day. Like I come in there and it's like, okay, somebody want to check on me, and they go up in there and it'll like show you the type of mood that I'm on for the day. Just set the mood for the day. That's what I try to do. Yeah, man. So we got, I don't know how we're gonna put this together, but I know Step gonna do something. All right, y'all. So appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. So I guess we're gonna let Step do his thing, bro. How you gonna take us out? Okay, shout out to Big Man Kelly.
Yeah,
You know, I tell you, yeah, I just, you know, Kelly, man, I tell him every time I tell him that, you know, that wake up call, WRBD, you know, this is Big Man Kelly from out the BA. You know, I'm like, man, how you get on there first? Well, we sitting there dialing and dialing and dialing and dialing and dialing and dialing.
Me, him, and this
You
kid from
can't
Nova.
get on there, man.
Me, him, and this kid from Nova always got through. And when
I ain't never get through. Never. Not one time.
And I always got through at like between 6:08 and 6:12. I got in every time at the same time.
Wow, bro, I never made it in, man. I never made it in.
Happy birthday to the Big Man Kelly, just turned 55. We in that 55 stretch with all of us coming here to the karaoke party.
Speed limit. Yeah, man. I saw that. The rooftop. That was at at your spot. At the Y. Yeah, I was out of town, man. Or it was something I was doing, but I wanted to go to and look fun, man. I might go to Big Lip Room thing.
Yeah, the 27th.
No, that's not to the 27th. I thought it was this week.
No, matter of fact, it's Labor Day weekend.
Oh yeah, Labor Day. Okay, yeah, man. You know, we into doing those things, man, versus just the regular degular, man. You know, let the kids be the kids, and let the grown folks be the grown folks, man. Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Ask Mathis. I'm your host, Reginald Mathis. And rocking with me is my brother, Wild Man Teddy T, a.k.a. Baron Theo Mound-builder.
We live on Facebook, news feed, reply. Internet radio connection connected through Wi-Fi, yeah. Street knowledge, use whatever apply to get a piece of that American pie. IMG Strong Arm Radio, you are not tuned in to the Ask Mathis show with Wild Man Teddy T. From 2 to 3, get the best of both worlds like hip-hop and R&B. I'm talking 2 to 3, preaching the truth like it's a eulogy. Hungry for information, conversation, all you can eat. Buffet with what you call to say. Worldwide news from a view that's not too far away, right in front of your face, but you still ignore it. Don't let your ignorance block it. Information important, especially when it's for the people like an activist, dark complexion, ethnic connection, demographic. Ask Mathis, professional practice. They sticking me with a charge like a thorn from a cat. This GOPE, felony first degree.